Alright, let's jump into this, chosen ones. You've probably noticed that before your life takes a dramatic upward shift, before your vibration skyrockets, you go through some intense spiritual tests. It seems like everything in your life gets harder. Challenges come at you from every direction, and it feels like the universe is testing you. But here's the thing. Those tests are not random. They're not punishments. They're deliberate. They're part of your spiritual initiation. So why do we, as chosen ones, go through these tests? Why do we experience hardship, confusion, or even isolation before our vibration rises to a whole new level? The answer is deep, and it's something that touches every part of your spiritual journey. Let me start by asking you this. Have you ever seen someone try to skip steps on their spiritual path? Maybe they try to jump straight to enlightenment without doing the inner work. Or maybe they want to manifest abundance without clearing their limiting beliefs. Doesn't work, does it? That's because the spiritual path is not about shortcuts. It's about growth, and real growth requires tests. And these tests are like spiritual training grounds. They're designed to strengthen you, to prepare you for the next phase of your journey.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
The first reason why chosen ones experience spiritual tests before their vibration skyrockets is simple. You need to be purified. Now, I know that word might sound intense, but stick with me here. Think of it like this. When you're about to level up, your energy needs to be in alignment with that new level. But if you're carrying old baggage, old fears, old doubts, or limiting beliefs, they'll weigh you down. They'll keep your vibration stuck. So the universe sends you tests to help you shed those layers. It's like a purification process. The things that no longer serve you come up to the surface, and you have to face them. And yes, it can be uncomfortable, it can be painful, but it's necessary. Let me ask you a deep question. What are you holding on to that's keeping your vibration low? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it a belief that you're not enough? Because here's the thing, those spiritual tests are going to bring all of that up. They're going to force you to confront those parts of yourself, and the more you resist, the harder the tests feel. But when you face them head on, when you embrace the discomfort and see it as a chance to grow, that's when your vibration starts to rise. Now let's talk about the second reason why you experience spiritual tests before your vibration skyrockets. You need to prove your commitment. The spiritual path requires dedication. It's not something you can do halfway. You can't just meditate when it's convenient or stay positive only when things are going well. The universe wants to know if you're really committed to your growth. And that's why, right before your vibration takes off, you're tested. You're tested in ways that challenge your resolve, that make you question whether you're really ready for the next level. Think about it like this. If you're climbing a mountain, the higher you go, the thinner the air becomes. It gets harder to breathe. The climb becomes steeper. You might even feel like turning back. But if you're committed to reaching the summit, you keep going. No matter how hard it gets, you keep climbing. And that's exactly what the spiritual tests do. They make you prove to yourself and to the universe that you're ready for the next level, that you're willing to do whatever it takes to raise your vibration. So, let me ask you, how committed are you? When things get tough, do you keep going or do you retreat? Because the truth is, if you want your vibration to skyrocket, you have to show up even when it's hard. You have to be all in. And that's exactly what these tests are showing you, whether you're truly committed to your spiritual path. The third reason why chosen ones experience spiritual tests is that you need to develop spiritual resilience. Let's be real, raising your vibration isn't just about feeling good all the time. It's about being able to handle the challenges that come with higher states of consciousness. When your vibration increases, you become more sensitive. You start to pick up on energies that you didn't notice before. You might even attract more challenges because you're stepping into a higher frequency. And if you don't have resilience, if you can't handle those challenges, it's going to knock you off your path. That's why the spiritual tests are so important. They're building your resilience. They're teaching you how to stay grounded, how to stay centered, even when everything around you is chaotic. They're teaching you how to navigate higher frequencies without getting overwhelmed. Because here's the truth, the higher you go, the more you're going to need that resilience. You're going to need it to stay balanced, to stay focused, and to keep moving forward, no matter what challenges come your way. So let me ask you another deep question. How resilient are you? When things don't go as planned, do you crumble or do you rise? Because the spiritual tests you're facing right now are strengthening that resilience. They're preparing you for the next level of your journey where the stakes are higher and the rewards are greater. Now, let's get into the fourth reason why chosen ones experience spiritual tests before their vibration skyrockets. You need to refine your energy. As your vibration increases, your energy becomes more powerful. You become a magnet for everything that's in alignment with your frequency. But here's the thing. If your energy isn't refined, if it's scattered or unfocused, you're going to attract chaos into your life. You're going to attract situations that feel overwhelming or out of control. That's why the tests come. They're teaching you how to refine your energy, how to focus it, how to direct it with intention. It's like learning how to wield a powerful tool. You have to practice, you have to refine your technique. And once you do, your energy becomes a force of creation. You become a conscious creator of your reality, attracting exactly what you need to support your growth and your mission. So I want you to think about this. How are you using your energy? Is it focused or is it scattered? Are you being intentional with where you direct your attention, or are you letting it be pulled in 100 different directions? Because the spiritual tests you're going through are helping you refine that energy. They're teaching you how to focus it, how to align it with your highest purpose, so that when your vibration skyrockets, you're ready to handle that power with grace and wisdom. All right, chosen ones, we've covered some deep ground here, but there's more to explore. The tests you're going through are not just random obstacles. They are designed to prepare you for something bigger, something higher. And now that we've laid this foundation, we're going to dive even deeper into what happens after these tests, how your vibration skyrockets, and what that means for your life. All right, chosen ones, now that we've talked about why you go through those intense spiritual tests, let's explore what happens after you break through. After you face the trials, the challenges, the discomfort, what's next? What does it feel like when your vibration skyrockets? Let me tell you, this is where things get really exciting. This is where you start to experience the profound shifts that make all the struggle worthwhile. You see, when your vibration skyrockets, it's not just the subtle change, it's an energetic shift that completely transforms your life. Everything starts to move faster, and that's because your energy is vibrating at a much higher frequency. You're no longer operating at the same level you were before the tests. You've evolved, you've expanded, and the universe responds to that in ways that are nothing short of miraculous. So, what happens when your vibration skyrockets? The first thing you'll notice is clarity. It's like a fog has lifted. The confusion, the doubt, the uncertainty, it all starts to dissolve. You begin to see your path with crystal clear vision. The tests you went through have stripped away the illusions, the fears, and the limiting beliefs that were clouding your mind. Now you can see things as they really are. You can see your purpose with more clarity. You can see your relationships, your work, your life with a new perspective. And with that clarity comes a deep sense of peace. You're no longer second-guessing yourself. You're no longer wondering if you're on the right path. You know you are. But here's the thing. This clarity doesn't just stay in your mind. It starts to manifest in your external reality. The second thing that happens when your vibration skyrockets is that the universe aligns with you in ways that feel almost magical. You start to notice synchronicities, those little coincidences that aren't really coincidences at all. You might think of someone and they suddenly call you. You might need something, and it shows up in your life effortlessly. Doors that were once closed begin to open. People who are in alignment with your higher vibration start to enter your life. Opportunities that seemed out of reach suddenly become available. Let me ask you something. Have you ever experienced a moment when everything just seemed to click? That's the universe aligning with your vibration. It's like tuning a radio to the right frequency, and suddenly the static disappears and the music comes through loud and clear. That's what happens when your vibration skyrockets. You're tuned in to the frequency of abundance, of joy, of purpose. And because you're vibrating at that level, you attract more of it into your life. Now, let's talk about something really important. When your vibration skyrockets, you're not just attracting external things, you're also going through a profound internal transformation. The third thing that happens is that you become a magnet for higher states of consciousness. This is where the real magic happens. You start to experience moments of deep connection with the divine. You might feel a sense of oneness with all of creation. You might have moments of profound insight, where you just know things without having to logically figure them out. Your intuition becomes sharper. You start to trust it more. You begin to live from that higher place within you, that place of wisdom, love, and inner peace. And here's the thing, this isn't just a temporary experience. Once your vibration skyrockets, it sets a new baseline for your life. Sure, you might still have moments where you feel challenged or where your energy dips, but your overall vibration is much higher than it was before. You've raised your frequency, and that changes everything. You start to live from a place of flow rather than struggle. You stop forcing things to happen, and instead you allow the universe to guide you. You trust that things are unfolding exactly as they should, and that trust brings a deep sense of peace and surrender. Let me ask you another deep question. Are you ready to live in flow? Because when your vibration skyrockets, that's exactly what happens. You let go of the need to control everything. You stop pushing against the current of life. Instead, you allow yourself to be carried by it, knowing that it's leading you exactly where you need to go. But it's not just about inner peace and flow. The fourth thing that happens when your vibration skyrockets is your impact on the world increases. You start to notice that people are drawn to your energy. They're inspired by your presence, by your words, by your actions. You become a beacon of light for others. And it's not because you're doing anything special, it's because your energy is so magnetic, so elevated, that it naturally uplifts those around you. You see, when your vibration skyrockets, you're not just transforming your own life, you're also positively influencing everyone you come into contact with. Your energy becomes contagious. People feel it when they're around you, even if they can't quite put their finger on what it is. They just know that they feel better, more inspired, more aligned when they're in your presence. And that, my friends, is one of the greatest gifts you can give to the world. So, let me ask you, what kind of impact do you want to have on the world? Because when your vibration increases, your ability to make a difference in the lives of others skyrockets as well. You become a living example of what's possible. You show people that it's possible to rise above challenges, to live in alignment with your highest self, and to create a life filled with purpose and abundance. Now, let's talk about one more thing that happens when your vibration skyrockets. You experience deep healing. The tests you went through before your vibration increased may have left you feeling bruised, emotionally or even physically drained. But once your vibration rises, healing starts to occur on a deep level. You begin to release the pain, the trauma, the old wounds that were keeping you stuck. You begin to forgive yourself and others. You start to let go of resentment, anger, and fear. And in their place, you find compassion, love, and peace. This healing doesn't just happen on an emotional level, it happens on all the levels. Your mind becomes clearer, your body feels lighter, your spirit feels free, and this healing isn't just for you, it extends to those around you. As you heal, you create space for others to heal as well. Your elevated vibration acts as a catalyst for healing in the lives of those you love and even in the collective consciousness. Right. We've covered what happens when your vibration skyrockets, but we're not done yet. There's still more to explore, especially when it comes to maintaining that high vibration and continuing to evolve on your spiritual journey. All right, chosen ones, let's dive even deeper. Now that you've broken through and your vibration has skyrocketed, the real question is, how do you sustain it? How do you keep ascending, keep evolving, and continue living in alignment with that higher frequency after your breakthrough? Because here's the thing, raising your vibration is one thing, but maintaining it is a whole new challenge. It requires ongoing commitment, awareness, and practice. You didn't come this far just to plateau. You came here to keep rising, to keep expanding, to live in a way that continues to evolve your soul. The first key to sustaining a high vibration is awareness. You need to stay aware of your energy, your thoughts, and your emotions. Why? Because now that you're vibrating at a higher frequency, you will feel more sensitive to anything that's out of alignment. Negative thoughts, toxic environments, or low vibration habits will feel heavier and more disruptive than they did before. It's like your system becomes finely tuned, and anything that's not in harmony with your new frequency will be thrown into sharp relief. So, here's a practical piece of advice. Do an energy audit every day. Ask yourself, how am I feeling? What thoughts are dominating my mind? What's pulling me down and what's lifting me up? This kind of awareness is crucial because when you notice something pulling your energy down, you can quickly course correct before it becomes a bigger problem. This doesn't mean you need to live in a bubble or avoid the challenges of life, but it does mean you need to be conscious of what you're allowing into your energetic field. Let me ask you something. Are you paying attention to what influences your vibration every day? Because part of this journey is about being a guardian of your own energy. It's about making choices that keep you aligned with your highest frequency. Now, another key to sustaining a high vibration is routine. I know, routine might not sound very spiritual, but hear me out. When you're trying to maintain a higher vibration, you need to create practices and habits that keep you anchored in that frequency. This could be meditation, breath work, journaling, spending time in nature, or any spiritual practice that resonates with you. The point is to create consistency. You see, the more consistent you are with practices that elevate your energy, the easier it becomes to maintain that high vibration over time. Think about it like this. Just like you need to eat healthy to nourish your body, you need to feed your spirit with practices that nourish your soul. And when you make those practices a daily habit, it becomes second nature to operate from a place of higher consciousness. But let me get real with you for a second. Life is still going to throw challenges your way. Just because your vibration has skyrocketed doesn't mean you're immune to difficulties. In fact, sometimes the higher you rise, the more challenges you face. Why? Because the universe is always inviting you to grow even more, to expand even further. So, the third key to sustaining a high vibration is resilience. Remember that resilience we talked about earlier? You still need it. You'll need it even more now because the stakes are higher. When something happens that threatens to lower your vibration, whether it's a difficult situation, a negative person, or even self-doubt creeping back in, you've got to bounce back quickly. You can't afford to stay in those low energy states for too long. And here's the thing, resilience comes from knowing that no matter what happens, you have the tools and the strength to rise again. So, ask yourself, how quickly can I bounce back when life throws me off balance? Because the faster you can return to a state of alignment, the easier it will be to sustain that high vibration. Now, let's talk about the people around you. One of the most important things to consider when trying to maintain a high vibration is your environment. And this includes the people you surround yourself with. You've probably already noticed that as your vibration increases, some relationships no longer feel aligned. This is normal. As you ascend, you're naturally going to attract people who match your new frequency, and you may find that some old relationships start to fall away. This isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace, because the more you surround yourself with people who uplift you, who inspire you, and who are also committed to their spiritual growth, the easier it will be to sustain your high vibration. Let me put it this way. You're the average of the energies you surround yourself with. So, if you're constantly around people who complain, who vibrate at a lower frequency, or who aren't conscious of their energy, it's going to be harder for you to maintain your own vibration. But if you're around people who are also vibrating high, who are also on their spiritual path, it will feel natural to keep ascending. So, here's a deep question for you. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they helping you maintain your high vibration, or are they pulling you down? The final key to sustaining a high vibration is service. This is a big one, chosen ones. When your vibration skyrockets, it's not just for you, it's for the collective. It's for the people you're here to serve, to inspire, to uplift. And when you live in service to others, it keeps your vibration high. Why? Because service aligns you with love, and love is the highest frequency there is. When you give from a place of abundance, when you help others raise their vibration, it creates a powerful feedback loop. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you uplift others, the more you are uplifted. So ask yourself, how can I serve? How can you use your elevated vibration to make a positive impact on the world? Because when you live in service, you not only sustain your high vibration, you continue to ascend even higher. All right, we've covered how to sustain a high vibration, but there's still one last piece of the puzzle. there's a deeper level of understanding that will take your spiritual ascension to the next stage, and that's what we're going to explore next. All right, chosen ones, you've made it this far. Your vibration has skyrocketed and now you're learning how to sustain it. But here's where things get even more interesting. The journey doesn't stop here. In fact, it's infinite. There is no final destination. There is no point where you reach a certain vibration and say, I'm done. No, the spiritual path is one of continual evolution. Even when you've reached new heights, there's always another level. And that's the beauty of it. It's about expansion, infinite growth, and deepening into your true self. So, how do we keep evolving beyond what we thought was our highest vibration? How do we continually ascend even when it feels like we've already reached a peak? The answer lies in embracing the unknown. You see, one of the biggest traps on the spiritual path is thinking that you know it all. Thinking that because you've reached a certain level, there's nothing more to learn. But the truth is, the more you grow, the more you realize how vast the universe is, how deep your soul is, and how much more there is to discover. This brings us to the first key to continually evolving beyond your highest vibration: humility. You have to stay humble even as you rise. You have to recognize that no matter how far you've come, there's always more to learn. And this isn't about diminishing your achievements or your growth. It's about staying open to the infinite possibilities that exist beyond what you can currently see. Think about it. What would happen if you approached every day, every spiritual practice, every encounter with the mindset of a student? Imagine the depth of wisdom you could access if you stayed open, curious, and humble. So, let me ask you, are you willing to let go of what you think you know to discover what you don't? Because the moment you think you've figured it all out is the moment you stop growing. And chosen ones are here to evolve infinitely, not to stagnate in any one place. The second key to continual evolution is surrender. Now, surrender is a concept that's often misunderstood. It doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It means letting go of your need for control. It means trusting the flow of the universe and allowing it to guide you to even higher levels of consciousness. When you surrender, you stop trying to force your growth, and instead, you allow growth to happen through you. You let the universe take you to places you couldn't have imagined because you're no longer limited by your own expectations or desires. Think about it like this. Have you ever tried to hold on to something so tightly that you actually prevented it from growing? That's what happens when you try to control your spiritual evolution. But when you surrender, when you let go, you create space for the universe to work its magic. You create space for miracles, and that's when the real expansion happens. So, the next time you feel like you've hit a plateau, ask yourself, am I trying to control my growth? Or am I surrendering to the flow of the universe? Now, let's talk about the third key to evolving beyond your highest vibration: diving deeper into your inner world. As you ascend, it's easy to get caught up in the external manifestations of your vibration the synchronicities, the opportunities, the people you attract into your life. But true evolution happens within. It happens in the quiet moments of introspection, in the stillness of meditation, in the depths of your soul. As your vibration rises, you're being invited to go deeper within yourself, to explore the parts of you that you may have overlooked or avoided. So, I want you to ask yourself, what part of me still needs healing, attention, or understanding? Because the journey of spiritual evolution is not just about reaching higher, it's also about going deeper. It's about integrating all parts of yourself, even the ones that are uncomfortable or shadowy. The more you dive into your inner world, the more you'll uncover new layers of wisdom, strength, and love. And this inner work is what fuels your continued ascension. The fourth key to infinite evolution is service beyond self. As you evolve, your purpose becomes less about your own personal growth and more about how you can contribute to the collective. You start to realize that your spiritual journey isn't just for you. It's for humanity, for the planet, for the universe. And when you shift your focus from how can I evolve to how can I help others evolve, that's when you tap into a whole new level of vibration. And let me ask you, how can you use your growth to uplift others? Because when you live in service, when your actions are motivated by love and compassion for others, your vibration naturally rises. You become a channel for divine energy, and that energy flows through you in ways that continue to elevate your consciousness. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you serve, the more you evolve. And finally, the last key to evolving beyond your highest vibration is embracing the infinite nature of the universe. The universe is constantly expanding, and so are you. There is no limit to how much you can grow, how high you can ascend, or how deeply you can experience love and wisdom. The more you align yourself with this truth, the truth that your journey is infinite, the more you'll be able to let go of the need to arrive anywhere. You'll realize that the journey itself is the destination. So, chosen ones, I want to leave you with this question. Can you embrace the infinite nature of your journey, knowing that there's always more to discover, more to heal, more to love? Because when you embrace that, the universe opens up in ways you never imagined. Your vibration will continue to rise, your consciousness will continue to expand, and your soul will continue to evolve infinitely. And that's the essence of how you keep ascending beyond your highest vibration. Stay humble, surrender, dive deep within, serve others, and embrace the infinite nature of your path. The journey never ends, and that's the beauty of it. Keep rising, keep expanding, and remember, you're here to evolve beyond what you ever thought possible.